For StateCollege.com, I'm Laura Nichols, here with Laura, March, and Stuart Shapiro, organizers of the Penn State Blue Out. Now, how did you guys decide to create the Blue Out, both last year and this year?
Well, we were actually sitting on this very couch, and we were procrastinating from our homework, as grad students, and probably all students, would do. And I stumbled upon a sports blog that had the details of the grand jury report. And the more we were reading it, the more, I guess, distressed we felt. Mm-hmm. And we started thinking about what we could do to make ourselves feel a little bit better about the situation, or what we could do to, I guess, make the situation itself a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. And I had actually just taken my favorite class at Penn State, which is called Arts Across the Curriculum. And in it we read a book about how and why the arts are important. And the reason why this author thought that was important is because they change the world. We can help imagine a different world because of the arts. And I was thinking about that. I was thinking about the situation that Stuart had just brought up on his computer. And about a month prior, the NFL all had pink uniforms for breast cancer research. And so I just decided to Google what was the color of child abuse ribbons, and it happened to be dark blue, the same color of Penn State's other color.
We started posting it on Facebook, on Twitter, talking about it with our friends, who started talking about it with their friends, who started talking about it with their friends, and it just sort of started snowballing into a campus-wide movement. And we started trying to organize it into something real at that point, rather than an idea that we had just in our heads. And in the 6 days from when we thought of the idea to when the Blue Out actually happened, it skyrocketed.
Yeah, I think we made almost $50,000,
mm-hmm.
and we had a full stadium of blue.
Yes.
And there was actually another group of alumni that made a blue ribbon zone right next to the S zone last year, and that was all from when Stuart found the story on November 5th, and the game actually happened on November 11th.
Mm-hmm.
And we're pretty excited to have that all happen.
Yeah. One of the main things that we do with fundraising as well is we make t-shirts that are sold at various stores downtown. And I know last year one of the biggest things that we were able to do is Laura designed a t-shirt that was sold at a store downtown that took off. People were very happy to purchase it. It was cheap. It gave all of its proceeds to charity. We were donating to Prevent Child Abuse PA last year, and that raised almost half of what we did, and it was something that we very much wanted to do again this year. And so because we had more than 6 days, we were able to work with the athletics department to use the lion logo, and actually we have
demonstration.
And so we have the lion logo and PCAR, and we were able to sell it in many more stores this year. Family Clothesline, Lions Pride, Nebo, and even every Penn State bookstore across the state, mm-hmm. University Park, and all the branch campuses. And so that was really exciting for us.
And I was a lot happier to have a couple months to work on the design this time around. I knew I really wanted to have that Penn State logo in it because it's really great to see somebody wearing the Penn State logo when you're not in State College. You feel like an immediate kinship with them. And having this shirt associated with that logo, I think, makes us stronger and makes us able to show that we can show support to children and mm-hmm. also maintain that support for Penn State as a whole.
Now, the funds you mentioned, and you raised more than $50,000, you said last year.
Almost
$50,000. Where do those funds go and now this year with the shirts and all being
Sure.
as many places as they are? Where do all those funds go?
Well, last year we worked with two groups, Prevent Child Abuse PA and PCAR, the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Rape. And this year we are working with PCAR again. We decided to have all funds go to the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Rape. They mm-hmm. have an established partnership now with Penn State, mm-hmm. and they've actually been working to train over 4,000 Penn State employees to spot child abuse and what to do and what next steps to take if a Penn Stater suspects something has happened. So do you want to talk about how much of the shirt goes?
Sure. So this year we tried to make a cost that I guess would work for every store. So anywhere you go, the shirt will be $15, which is relatively cheap for a Penn State shirt as far as things go, and $9 from each of those shirts goes directly to PCAR. That's all the proceeds from each shirt. But we're also going to be canning inside the stadium, and I'm told that this is one of the first student events to ever be allowed to can inside the stadium. So we did it at the Blue Out last year, and we're doing it again the Blue Out this year. And we also have a text to donate number this year for people who aren't going to the game or don't particularly want a t-shirt. And if they want to participate, they can even text the word PREVENT to 80077, and that will give $10 off their mobile bill to PCAR.
What has the organizational process been like to get everything ready for Saturday?
Oh, it's still been rough, even though we've had time this time around. We've been working pretty hard. Everything from the logo designs to, there it is, the logo designs to getting strategic partnerships with athletics and student groups.
Working with each store. We've actually partnered this year with a student group, One Heart. They were established after the Blue Out last year to, I guess, continue the mission of child abuse prevention. And we were very happy to have the opportunity to be able to use the skills that they have to really make the Blue Out bigger, and to have people here after we both graduate so that the Blue Out can continue as an annual event. But we've been making, I guess, countless ribbons. That's the main focal point of all our work, and we actually have been working with One Heart just to make a ton of ribbons that we'll be handing out at the game. If people want to come by, we'll have a table near the Bryce Jordan Center that they can come talk to us, say hi. We'll be handing out some educational materials.
Like this is from PCAR. It's about speaking to your children, or speaking to any children, about sexual abuse and what to look for and the next steps you should take if you suspect something. So we'll be handing, hopefully, these out.
Hopefully together.
So after all the work and everything that's gone on and already one Blue Out down, what are you guys looking forward to tomorrow?
I'm excited to see the reaction of people. Now that the shock of last year is over and we've all had time to process it, that we can move forward and think about child abuse prevention as sort of an extension of the childhood causes we already have at Penn State, such as Thon. And we're excited to see another way for the Penn State community to be able to help children in that way.
Laura and Stuart, thank you so much for sharing with us today. For
Thank you.
statecollege.com, I'm Laura Nichols.